Hello, welcome to Arlington Elementary School's Kindergarten Informational Presentation. I'm Ronnie Fullerton. I'm the proud principal here at Arlington Elementary School. And first of all, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to discover about our school, and hopefully we see your students here next year. So this is our agenda for this evening. We will talk about academics. What do academics look like at Arlington as in regards to reading, math, science, social studies. Then how do we communicate here at Arlington in different ways that we communicate with you and ways that you can communicate with us. We'll talk a little bit about our school culture and background. We'll give you some information about volunteering at Arlington. A little bit about our after-school programs called Beyond the Bell. And then if you have questions that you want to send to us, we will answer your questions via email. So here are some pictures of the presenters you will hear from. Again, I'm Ronnie Fullerton, the principal head at Arlington. You will also hear from Gloria Hauser, kindergarten teacher here. Kim Tarver, another kindergarten teacher here, and our third kindergarten teacher, June Young. So first we're going to talk about choice enrollment. So choice enrollment meaning that if you are choosing to come to Arlington, you put in an application for non-neighborhood students only. So those students that don't live in our direct neighborhood. Those applications for kindergarten are due by March 18th, 2022. Students living outside of Tacoma Public Schools district boundaries have a different process from that.
Hi everyone, my name is June Yang. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers at Arlington Elementary. I'm going to talk about the math curriculum in kindergarten. So the math curriculum in kindergarten is called iReady Classroom Mathematics. The Ready Math units start with a basic understanding of number sense to create a solid foundation for acquiring future math skills. So the kindergarten math skills are built upon daily through our whole group instruction, differentiated small groups, tiered activities, and also our daily number talks to develop our number sense and fact fluency. Here is a breakdown of the math skills that kindergarten will work on throughout the school year. Students should be able to understand counting, following one-to-one correspondence, count to 100 by ones, fives, and tens, write numbers from 0 to 20, recognize numbers to 100, understand number order, to be able to tell which number comes before, which number comes after a certain number. Compare two numbers to tell which number is greater, which number is less. Understand the teen numbers. Understand each teen number has a group of 10 and several ones. Use different strategies to solve addition and subtraction problems within number 10. Solve addition and subtraction story problems. Understand the attributes of 2D and 3D shapes. Understand the difference between 2D and 3D shapes. Understand the measurement, compare length, height, and weight.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Tarver, and I'm going to talk to you about the ELA reading and writing in kindergarten. The first few weeks of kindergarten, we start with the ABC boot camp. And what we do in ABC boot camp, we're learning individual letters and their sounds. We then move on to our Lucy Calkins curriculum. So in reading language arts, excuse me, your child will learn to name and write letters and their sounds. They'll learn to use letter sounds to help segment and decode words. And also, as we're reading stories, your student will be able to retell stories. We'll ask and answer questions about key details and unknown words in a book. We'll also read with a purpose and understanding. In writing, your child will learn narrative writing, which are real life stories, informative writing, facts that we've learned or facts that we know. opinion writing about our favorite things.
Hi, I'm Gloria Hauser, and I'm here to talk about our science and social studies here at Arlington. At Arlington, we will be using the Wildlife Champions curriculum, and we will be learning the NGSS Science and Social Studies standards in kindergarten. In science, we will be learning plant and animal secrets. We will use observations to describe patterns of what plants and animals, including humans, need to survive. Then we will go on to forces in motion, which is basic physics, and students will plan and conduct an investigation to compare the effects of different strengths or the different directions of pushes and pulls on the motion of an object. In our weather watching unit, students will be able to use tools and materials to design and build a structure that will reduce warming effects of sunlight on an area. In our social studies, students learn empathy for animals and fellow humans through learning about how animals care for each other and how we can care for our community by becoming stewards of our Oak Tree Park. Students also learn the history of Indigenous peoples and learn about culture and diversity in our communities. Our Wildlife Champions curriculum was designed with teachers here at Arlington and also our Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium education staff. It is a nature-based curriculum focusing on teaching students empathy and stewardship, and we also have field trips to our local Oak Tree Park, which teaches the fundamental of natural science through hands-on outdoor exploration.
I'm going to walk you through the kindergarten daily schedule. As you can see, we are very busy in kindergarten. Each typical kindergarten day is packed with many different types of learning activities. The first bell rings at 9 o'clock. Students can enter the classroom at 9. They start eating breakfast in the classroom. At the same time, we check in with each student, see how they are doing in the morning, and we do a mini cell lesson and make some important morning announcements. From 9:30 to 10:05, we'll do a phonics lesson with 5 minutes of brain break at the end of the block. From 10:05 to 10:35, we're going to do an ELA lesson with the focus of understanding fictional and non-fictional stories by asking and answering questions, turning and talking, and also sharing ideas. From 10:40 to 11:30, we'll transition to recess and lunch. At 11:30, we'll come back to the classroom. We'll do a 30 minutes readers workshop. We'll divide students into small groups. Each small group works at a station, and the teacher will take turns to work with each small group. Also, the ELL specialist and the reading interventionist will work with one small group outside of the classroom, provide more support. From 12:05 to 12:35, we'll do a whole group math lesson. And then from 12:35 to 1:05, we'll work on more math in the form of small groups. Similar to the readers workshop, the math workshop will also be in the form of small groups. The teacher will provide differentiated instruction and tiered activities to help each small group. Depends on where they needed the support, where they needed to be challenged. From 1:05 to 1:35, we'll do a 30 minutes writers workshop. Then we'll transition to specialist. Students go to the library once per week, PE twice per week, music twice per week, followed by a 15 minutes snack time. Students have lunch pretty early in the morning, so they are hungry by this time of the day. They need a snack to boost their energy. At 2:30 to 3 o'clock, we'll do either science or social studies. Depends on what our focus is at that time. And then from 3 o'clock, we'll get ready to finish the day by forming a circle on the carpet, debriefing the day, talking about what went well, what was the challenge of the day, what we could do to make the next day better. From 3:15 to 3:30, we are going to start packing up and cleaning up. At 3:30, we line up and go home.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about communications here at Arlington. These are forms of communications that we follow, and they're different in a variety of ways, so that we have effective ways to communicate with you. Some of these are also two-way communication where you can communicate with us. So once a week, for the most part, and sometimes more than once a week, I do a recorded call that gives you information about that week or things that are happening in our school district. They come in the form of a recorded call, and then also I send out an email that accompanies that has the information also in the email. Sometimes if we have really important messages to get out to you, I will text that to you. Another form of communication is through our family app, and that's an app you get on your phone that gives you information, and you can also find out things like your child's grades, sign up for activities, things like that. From the teachers, teachers often communicate through email to you. We ask for parents to have an email on record that we can communicate with you through that. We also have a platform called Schoology, where teachers post lessons. They post grades in there, and they also provide communications through there and assignments. And then our classroom teachers do newsletters that come out monthly, if not every couple weeks, and they also can contact you by phone. Those are called the classroom newsletters again, and those come mostly once a month. A couple times a year we have in-person meetings, but there could be more often if there's parent concerns, and those are conferences that we do where we discuss where your child is at in their learning and how we can come up with a partnership between parents and teachers to help your child learn better, and then again through Schoology. Next, I'm going to talk about school culture and climate. So Arlington is a very diverse population of students, families, and community and staff, and we love to celebrate that diversity and focus our teaching and learning through an equity and inclusionary lens. We value collaboration, teamwork, and a strong sense of community and belonging. And we work very hard to make sure that you feel like you are part of our community and you belong, and your child belongs with our school community. We work to create a nurturing and stimulating learning environment that focuses on the unique needs of every child. So we dive in and delve into your child's unique needs and the unique needs of every child, and figure out what learning modes work best for your child. At Arlington, we have expectations that we all follow, and that is Arlington Tigers are respectful, responsible, safe, kind learners. Go Tigers! We say that daily in our morning meetings, and we also reinforce that with Tiger tickets and in classroom meetings. We also have spirit weeks that we do to build a school-wide community and participation. And we also have a very active student council that adds voice to our students about decision-making around the school. So volunteering at Arlington, we love having volunteers, and we thank you to our volunteers. There are some district requirements. One is to get a background check and fill out a volunteer form that often requires fingerprinting and things like that, just to make sure we have a safe working volunteer group that comes into our school. There's also COVID requirements that have to do with the current requirements from the health department about what should be done for health reasons for COVID. Currently, there's some mask requirements, and there's also distancing requirements and things like that that we have to follow. You can sign up by contacting our office, and then our office coordinator and secretary will put you in the right place. There's a paper sign up for volunteer form that you start that process, or also an online form. And I am so excited to say we are starting up a parent group called the Booster Club, and that has a lot of volunteering opportunities, but also gives a lot of parent voice to ways that we can improve our school and have parents be part of our school. And this year we have something called Beyond the Bell. That is what it says, which is beyond the school bell, things that happen before and after. We have both Tacoma Public Schools offers and Arlington offers before and after care. And that right now currently is taking place at an adjacent school that kids are transported there before and after school for that aftercare. We also have sports and extracurricular activities. They run in 5 sessions that go for 6 weeks in a row. I believe we are on our 4th session right now as I talk. And they offer different themed sessions for each one of those. Some are arts clubs, some are reading clubs, some are sports clubs. And you sign up through the family app, which is again an app that you can get on your phone that and we recommend you get on your phone because it's a very valuable app to access a lot of things around the school and the district. And for these sessions, we call it pay what you choose. So there are some rates that are charged for these, but it's pay what you choose based on your flexibility and your needs, and you decide what you want to pay for those.
So we do have Kindergarten JUMPSTART. It's an exciting 4-day summer program to help incoming kindergartners, students to feel comfortable, confident, and ready for success in school. On August the 22nd through the 25th, we will start at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students are automatically enrolled in JUMPSTART when they enroll in kindergarten. So as soon as you enroll, you're automatically in JUMPSTART. Breakfast and lunch will be provided for all students. Transportation is not provided.
So once again, I want to thank you for joining us for this presentation. I hope it answered many of your questions about kindergarten, but I'm sure you might have more questions. So in that case, on the screen, you will see the phone number for our main office, 253-571-3200. Or you can email me at the email address on the screen. So again, thank you very much and looking forward to seeing you register for kindergarten at Arlington.